Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the only Olympics that has never happened. We are putting the greatest athletes alive today against the people who came before all of us, your ancestors. No training camps, no sponsorship deals, no protein shakes. Half of them have never seen a straight line, let alone a running track. On one side, the peak of modern human performance. On the other, raw ancient hardware that hunted, climbed, and survived for a living. Who actually wins? There's only one way to find out. Let the time games begin. Event 1. The 100-meter sprint. In this lane, the fastest human being who has ever lived. Explosive muscle, custom spikes, a starting block, and a lifetime of training built by sports science. In the other lane, your ancestor, barefoot, confused, staring at the crowd. The gun fires, and it is over almost instantly. The modern sprinter is a specialist, a machine built for a few explosive seconds. Your ancestor was fast, but he was never built for a flat, short dash on a perfect track. He was built for something else entirely, which we will get to. On pure speed over 100 meters, the modern human takes it, clean. First blood to the present, 1-0. Event 2, the marathon. Now the modern champion is grinning. Everyone assumes he wins this too. Everyone is wrong. Because this is where your ancestor stops being a joke and becomes a nightmare. The human body is one of the greatest endurance machines in the entire animal kingdom. Your ancestors used this to do something that sounds made up. They would pick an animal, a fast one, and simply chase it. For hours. In the brutal midday heat. Not to catch it in a sprint, but to follow it until the animal overheated, staggered, and collapsed. It is called persistence hunting, and some humans still do it today. Now, on a paved course in perfect weather, do not count the modern marathoner out. He is a freak of training, running pace most people cannot hold for a single mile, for 26 of them. On the track, this is a real fight. But take the roof off, push the distance past the marathon into the raw open heat, hour after hour, and the modern runner's finely tuned engine starts to cook. Your ancestor does not. This was his hunting ground. Over true distance under a punishing sun, the ancient human wins. We are tied. 1-1. Event 3. The javelin. Here comes a genuine surprise. You would expect the modern athlete, all technique and power, to dominate. But throwing is a human superpower most people never think about. We are the only creature on Earth that can throw like this. And for your ancestor, throwing was not a medal event. It was survival itself. Every single meal could depend on burying a spear in a moving target with enough force to bring it down, or the whole group went hungry. The modern athlete has cleaner form and a lighter purpose-built javelin, but in raw throwing power, sharpened by a lifetime where a miss meant starvation, your ancestor is dead even with him. This one is too close to call. We split the medal, 1.5 each, all square. Event 4, weightlifting. The modern lifter steps up, chalk on his hands, and reclaims the lead. The clean and jerk is pure technique, training, and body mass, and he has spent years perfecting all three. But before you count the old man out, look at his bones. They were denser and stronger than almost any human alive today. Studies of ancient skeletons show something unsettling. Our bones actually got lighter and weaker once we settled down and started farming and sitting. Your ancestor could not beat the champion's technique, but he could hoist a full-grown deer onto his shoulders and carry it across a mountain range without stopping to complain. Different kind of strong, the kind you do not train for, the kind you just live. Halfway through the time games, the score is close. 2.5 medals to the modern human, 1.5 to your ancestor. And we have not even reached the events where the ancient human is truly terrifying. Event 5, climbing. On a modern climbing wall, the modern climber is still the favorite. This is a sport of tiny holds, perfect foot placement, route reading, and years of specialized technique. But move the contest away from colored plastic and into the world your ancestor actually knew. Trees, cliffs, rock faces, escape routes. Those hands were tough, the grip was real, the skin was calloused, the fear was not simulated. In raw natural climbing, your ancestor takes it, 2.5 each. Event 6, the deep dive. Now swimming laps in a pool, the modern athlete wins easily. That is a trained, specialized skill. But let us make it interesting. Let us go into the deep. Free diving. One breath, straight down as far as your body can take you. And here something strange happens, because certain groups of humans have lived off the sea for so many generations that their bodies actually changed for it. A modern freediver is superbly trained. But a coastal ancestor from a people like this brought a body physically built for the deep, not just drilled for it. On a single breath, straight down, this is a genuine contest, and the ancient human is right in it. But the modern freediver has something powerful too. Decades of refined technique that squeezes every second out of a single lungful. It is desperately close. But on pure trained depth, the modern human edges it by a whisker, 3.5 to 2.5, and the present pulls back ahead. Event 7, hand-to-hand combat. The modern fighter is trained, disciplined, and technical. He has studied this in a gym. Your ancestors studied it in a place with no rules and no referee, where losing did not mean a points deduction. It meant you did not go home. Remember those denser bones, that body hardened by a life of real physical danger. In a sport, with rules and gloves and rounds, the trained modern fighter and his cleaner technique likely edge it. But strip the rules away, make it the kind of fight your ancestor actually survived, and the calculus changes. No points, no bell. Just a body built by a lifetime where losing a fight was the end. In that fight, your ancestors' ferocity and raw durability take it, 3.5 each, all square again, with one event to go. Final event, gymnastics. And the modern human saves his best for last. Gymnastics is decades of specialized training, flawless form, and equipment that did not exist for 99% of human history. There is no survival skill on Earth that prepares a body for a balance beam or the rings. Your ancestor has no answer for this. Easy, spectacular gold for the modern athlete. But notice why he lost. He does not lose gymnastics because he is worse. He loses it because it is the one event that has nothing to do with staying alive. Which brings us to the final score of the time games. 4.5 medals to the modern human, 3.5 to your ancestor. By a single medal, on the very last event, the modern human wins. But sit with how close that was. Specialized coaches, perfect nutrition, sports science, custom equipment, 100 years of refined technique, all of it. And we beat him by one medal. One.